Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my weekly favorites. I'm going to talk about three things that I discovered this week. Two books and one podcast. So without any time to waste, let's dive right into it. On the top of my list, it is the book called Your Erroneous Zones by Wayne Dyer. This person, for me, I was really struggling trying to find the perfect self-improvement book, and this book turned out to be the one. It's not perfect because there's no such perfect book, but this is a really good book that really helped me out. So basically, he is a top renowned psychiatrist that was well renowned for his service in humanity, and he really helped many people. And in this book, he teaches about how to really live the life that you really want and live the life at its fullest. Top renowned psychiatrist that really helps people to really change the perspective and the mindset of how to look life in a different way. So he explains about how all the saddening and maddening personalities that people face and how you can overcome them. And guys, if you guys are not happy with yourself and the kind of lifestyle that you're living, or any situation or circumstance that you're in, and you're not fully thinking of that, you're not living at your fullest. So this book is the book for you, and it's really inspiring. It's not sponsored, but yeah, on a personal note, it's a really good book. From this book, it really helped me to really re-examine my environment and the people that I was surrounded by, and it kind of really changed everything. So that kind of wraps it up for the first one. Secondly, coming up on the list is a book called Poor Economics. I'm still currently reading the book right now, so I'll finish it tonight. And so far, it's been a fantastic read. You'll see other renowned people commenting on this book, saying that it's a fantastic read, and it was a fantastic read for them. So yeah, basically it's about it's two people who wrote this book, Abhijit Banerjee and Esther Duflo. I hope I'm saying their name properly, but yeah, these two people are 2019 Nobel Laureate winners in economics, and I love economics. So yeah, this was a fantastic read, and pretty much this book is rethinking of poverty and ways to end it. Yeah, this book basically these two people explore around the globe and really try to get a factual evidence on how poverty can be prevented, and how poverty has been such a problem for this whole decade and even many years before, as you guys know. But yeah, in this book, they explore all around the places and really get into the nitty-gritty of how poverty exists and how it can be prevented. And inside there's the whole thing about the poverty trap, how poor people are not able to get out of poverty because of expenses, because of no insurances, and these are basically the things that Abhijit and Esther talks about. And then later on, how people are outside of poverty and how they keep making more profit, whereas the poor people don't. So yeah, in this book it talks about that, and then later on it goes on education and how education is a big part in becoming wealthy, especially in places like India and Indonesia, where there's many poor people. So basically in this book, this is what is pretty much about, but I'm not done yet. And would I recommend it? You're damn right, I do recommend it. It's a really good book, it's a really good read, and you'll find a lot of really vital information that you guys would like to know. And if you like economics, then this is a really good book too. I mean, if you're like me, if you like economics, then you should definitely read this book. So I highly recommend it. I will put this book and the other book that I mentioned before down in the description below, so you guys can buy this book if you guys want. I read these two books in as a hard copy. I have a Kindle, but I didn't read it in the ebook. But you guys can do either way, your choice. But these two books are fantastic. And lastly, it's the podcast, and it's called On Purpose. I've been listening to the podcast for about 3 months or 4 months so, and he's an Indian who was born in London, was an introvert over there, and became a monk after graduating high school, and did prayers, and lived a monk lifestyle for 3 years or so. And basically it's a really amazing story about him. And then he goes to the US, and now he's a life coach, and in his podcast it's pretty much about self-improvement, and he meets all these brilliant and renowned people around the globe, and he interviews them and has a really amazing and connecting and effective and important informations and discussions with each other. And yeah, he pretty much is a great person to listen to on podcasts, and especially his podcast is the best. His podcast is the best seller in Apple Podcasts and any other big podcast domain. And yeah, definitely recommend him. Do check him out. And Jay Shetty, if you're watching this, thank you for everything. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And next week I'll be uploading another video. And stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching. And bye bye.